What is going on, family? How y'all doing out there today? I'm doing pretty well. Uh, yeah, I'm feeling really good today. I'm feeling really good today. I just wanted to say hey to everybody. How everybody is doing out there? Uh, I'm in such a good mood today. It's been a while since I posted, but it's all right. I'm gonna get this out the way just at the top. Make sure you guys get a copy of my books, uh, Reviving Society and Restoring Self Back to Your Roots. All right, those two books are in stores now, so you can go ahead and get those at any time. Okay, so by the title of the video, you guys see that I'm going to break down the difference between a temple and a church because we have the misconception as a people that it's supposedly the same thing. So I want to take the time out now to actually break down the differences. So here we go. I'm not even going to waste any time today. Um, I definitely need to give you guys this for sure. And trying to remember how do I usually do this. I don't even remember, to be honest. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with the first. Oh man, can't have these little Facebook things popping up as I'm trying to talk. Anyway, we're going to go with the first word, and we're going to break down the word church. And this is from you see the Webster's Dictionary here, online dictionary. And so basically, okay, so we got a couple definitions here. The first one says a building for public and especially Christian worship. Christian worship. Okay. Second definition, a clergy or officialdom of a religious body. The word church is put for the persons that are ordained in the ministry of the gospel. That is to say, the clergy. All right. So also, um, a body or organization of religious beliefs, such as the whole body of Christians. So basically, churches um, only for Christians. Basically, I mean that's what these definitions say, right? The Webster Dictionary. So we're going to go to etymology of the word church, just so that we can get a full, perspective of what the word used to mean and what it means today. And so it's church. So we have the first definition: church, public place of worship, Christians collectively. Still with the Christianity. Um, so we're going to go down to the second definition: to bring or lead to church. Church. I didn't even know you can actually use the word in the definition, but but we're gonna keep it going, fam. We're gonna keep it going. So these are, and you guys can look through this. You can pause this video and all these things to really break it down if you need to. I'm gonna go back to the Webster's definition of church. Like I said, we're gonna break down these words. You know what I'm saying? Where these words come from and They don't like to put the origin of a lot of stuff here, but you definitely can see, you know, the etymology, I'm sorry, of the word, which breaks it down a little bit further, talks about when it came about. And yeah, I'm just giving you guys my whole screen in case you guys want to look at it yourselves. So it's just Christian relief, Christian worship, Christian. That's all you see for that. Okay, now we're gonna go to temple. Okay. And this is the Webster definition first. I'm gonna give you the English version of everything first. So it says a building for religious practice, such as either up to successive national sanctuaries in ancient Jerusalem, a building for Mormon sacred ordinations, the house of worship of Reform and some conservative Jewish congregations. Wow. A local lodge of any of various fraternal orders, of the building housing, a place devoted to a special purpose. We'll keep going. Second definition, which is the noun definition of temple, the flattened space of each side of your forehead of some mammals, including humans. One of the side supports of a pair of glasses joined to the brows and passing on each side of the head. Excuse me. So you see these definitions rolling in right here. Of temple, building for worship, flattened space on either side of the forehead. This is the Webster's definition of temple. Okay, now we're going to go to etymology. Now notice that I am going to give you more than just one dictionary to look up a word, because when you are doing research, you need to be able to have a research method or methodology where you have more than one source so you can cross-reference everything and put everything together yourself. So again, temple, first definition, building for worship, edifice dedicated to the service of a deity or deities. Piece of ground consecrated for the taking of autopsies, building for worship of a god or uncertain significance. So we see the difference here now. And then going back to the second definition, flattened area of either side of the forehead. And I'm skimming through to the part where it says, generally accepted as having originally meant the thin piece, the thin stretch of skin at the side of the forehead, the temple, to stretch, stretch. So it breaks it down a little more in those cases. So. Let y'all come back to me for a second. Hey, I'm back. So we just got the two definitions, right? What is a church? What is a temple? Basically, a church is what? A Christian place, a place that Christians want to worship, you know, their Christian God. You know what I'm saying? That is what the church is. Now, the reason why I'm asking is, well, the reason why I'm even bringing this whole situation or this video up is because I need to know, do you know where you're supposed to be? As in, like, do you know what you are in? Are you in a Christian church, or are you in a temple, which they have said it's different definitions for? One of those definitions are temple is a place where they worship deities, multiple gods. There is not just one Christian set God, it's other gods. They have different Mormon, they gave Jewish, they gave all of these different places that or different organizations that use temple instead of church. So my question will always be, where are you supposed to be, or do you know where you are? Are you in a church or are you in a temple? And I definitely had something that I wanted to share, and I'm looking for it now. Bear with me, guys, because I just had it on the screen. Okay. So let me share my screen again so you guys can know exactly what's going on. I love this. I love the screen sharing stuff that I'm doing. I love all of this stuff, actually. Sharing this information with you guys from time to time. Definitely love this. Okay. So this is from nextdoormormon.com. I was just Googling my questions and these types of websites popped up. So you don't have to go here for it, but these are just some things that I'm showing you guys, but I want you guys to go on your own and research all of this stuff that I'm giving you myself so you can cross-reference me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm going to go to the part right here where it says, I'm going to highlight it for you guys. These buildings differ from the churches, and they're basically referring to they're basically referring to Mormon temples. And it says these buildings differ from churches. We have where our religious services are held every Sunday. We believe that these beautiful temples are the houses of God. We also believe that our churches are for God's intentions, but not where he dwells. Very interesting concept. Very interesting concept. And so here's the breakdown or the difference of the churches and temples that they feel what it is. Our churches are meeting places for our services. A usual service consists of 3 hours. It is broken up into 3 segments: sacrament meeting, Sunday school, and then the split onto the men and women groups for the last hour. In these 3 hours, those who attend gain a better knowledge about the church and are instructed on how they can better live their lives. Anybody can and are encouraged to attend. Visitors are welcome and can benefit just as much, if not more, from coming. And so the temples, we believe that the temples are the closest things to heaven on earth today. These are built by the church for God. We believe God dwells in these sacred buildings. The feeling there is very strong and inspirational. Inspiration is very easy to come by. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now you're saying that you built these temples for God. Okay. like you say, like the definition has said, temples are for the worship of different deities. But I'm about to show you now in Acts. This is the King James Version of the Bible, or all of the different Bibles here. This is Acts 17. Scroll up so you guys can see it. Acts 17:24. And it says, God that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is Lord of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in temples made with hands. Let's bring that back. Let's bring that back, guys. Let's bring that right back. Okay. Acts 17. And all of the versions of the Bible say the same thing. In Acts 17:24. God that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is Lord of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in temples made with hands. But you got people in churches. You got people such as the Mormons from just that website. I'm not going to say everyone, I never met them, but from that website saying that, you know, they build the temples for God. But people go to church to supposedly worship God, and the Holy Ghost is in the building and the spirits are in the building and everybody is there and they can feel this, that, and the other. But it just says in the Bible itself that God doesn't even dwell in man-made temples. I'm just bringing these things to you guys. I'm not here to confuse anybody. I just want people to research these things and be able to read the Bible thoroughly, be able to tell a difference of what is a temple and what is a church and which one are you in. You need to know. You need to know. Let's keep it going. So we all know that businesses have a 501c3 tax exempt. And churches actually have that. So we're going to go, and I'm going to share the screen one more time, guys. I mean, I just need you guys to really walk with me and see these things with me so that you guys don't feel bamboozled or someone is pulling a cloth over you guys' heads or eyes or whatever. So it says the 501c3 facts. This is from hushmoney.org. I don't even know. Like I say, these are tax codes. This is stuff you guys can look up yourselves. So, say most churches in America have organized as 501c3 tax exempt religious organizations. This is a fairly recent trend that has only been going on for about 50 years. Churches were only added to section 501c3 of the tax code in 1954. It say you can thank Senator Lyndon B. Johnson for that. And so I'm gonna go to the last part of the sentence. I mean, the last sentence. It says, as a part of his political agenda, Johnson had it in mind to silence the church and eliminate the significant influence the church always had on shaping public policy. And you guys can keep reading if you want. So it was legally put that he really wanted y'all to be quiet in the church. This is why they don't really discuss too many things in churches now because of the tax exemption. I'm just making sure you guys can be able to have it long enough. I'm trying to make it long enough for you guys to see. Like I said, you always can go to the website and look at it yourself. But basically, right? The 501c3 is in place in the churches. So they won't keep affecting the political opinion of the people. They want you out of the mindset of knowing what's going on around you. This is why churches focus on just the Bible. They don't want to focus too much on the outside world or the real life situations. Granted, people talk about the church all the time, about how the Bible, how those stories reflect you in a certain way where you can learn this, that, and the other about your personal life, about good character, yada, 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 so on and so forth. But notice that most churches, not all of them, I'm not going to generalize every single one. I have not stepped foot in every single church. Most of them have not had a high political awareness of laws that are being passed and policies that are being passed that affect that community immediately. And the reason why the pastor can't really talk about that too much is because of the 501c3. It's the tax exempt. You can write it off on your taxes. It's a business, man. It's a business. So we already broke down the church. We already broke down the temple. Which one are you in? And that's all I have for you guys today. I really just wanted to really teach, like just go out and really, explain these things to you guys in case you never knew. Look up that Bible scripture, look up those definitions, English versions, etymology, find out the origin of those words. You know what I'm saying? Where did they come from? What century? Who said that was going to be the word? Put it all together, cross-reference everything. Don't just believe one source of sight. Always look around 360 so you can get a better understanding of what is going on in your life. That's all I have for today, guys. My books. Love y'all. Peace.